Hello, this is Nat from NB Network Lessons. As promised, I'm back to do a couple of more problems in algebra, trying to get you ready for integration of partial fractions. So we're going to do some factorization. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So let's say you are given x squared minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. And you've been asked to find the factors. Now most of you guys already know that, but this is just basically a revision. So the way I do it, I say, put two brackets right here. I say like this, all right? And first thing is that I need to find out two variables. When I multiply them, I get x squared. So I put x over here, I put x over here, because x times x is x squared. Now I got to find out two numbers which we multiply and I get 6. So I choose 2 and I choose 3 because 2 times 3 is 6. Now you got to choose, what sign should go in here, right? So that's kind of tricky. You might have to do it multiple times, but with experience, you'll be able to guess. But let's say if I go ahead and choose minus, all right? So if I multiply x by x, I get x squared, all right? If I multiply x by minus 3, I get minus 3x. If I multiply minus 2 by x, I get minus 2x. If I multiply minus 2 by minus 3, I get plus 6. So does that check out? X, if I do this, x squared, 3 plus minus 2 is minus 5x, and then plus 6. So that checks out. Wow, good. So now it has two answers. X can be equal to 2 and x can be equal to 3. Like I told you in my last lecture, this exponent right here, which is square, dictates how many answers you have. If it's x cubed, you'll have 3 answers. If it's x4, you'll have 4 answers. But in this case, it's x squared. So I have 2 answers. And we can check. If you plug this 2 into this x squared, you get 4 minus 5 times 2 is 10 plus 6, that's equal to 0, right? So let's check the second answer, which is 3. 3 times square 3 is 9, minus 5 times 3 is 15, plus 6, all right? So minus 15 plus 9 is minus 6, plus 6 is equal to 0. So that checks out. So good, all right. Let's look at another problem. Let's look at, how about we have, draw a line right here. How about we solve this problem right here? 6x squared plus 11x plus 3 is equal to 0. All right, easy peasy. First step is, you have set of brackets, okay, like this. All right, you need to find two numbers with variable which we multiply and we get 6x squared. Well, arbitrarily, I'm just going to say 2x times 3x gives me 6x squared. Now, right over here and over here, I got to find something which will give me 3. So how would I do that? I say arbitrarily, I say I choose 1 over here and 3 over here, okay? Now we got to find out what signs should go in there, all right? Based on my experience, and also when you solve a lot of fractions, you will be able to figure out. But I'll go ahead and put plus here, all right? No rocket science. 2x multiply by 3x gives me 6x squared. Fine. All right. 2x times 3 gives me 6x. All right. 1 times 3x gives me 3x. All right. 1 times 3 gives me 3. So, well, that doesn't seem like the right solution, right? Because I have 6x squared. 6 plus 3 is 9x and plus 3. But I have 11x over here. So how do I fix it? That's a problem, right? So it's always a good idea to check your problem after you solve it. So the way I can think, one way I can think to fix this is replace these coefficients right here. This one and this one, replace them, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this from here, and I'm going to erase this from here, and I'm going to put 3 right here, and I'm going to put 1 right here. Now let's go ahead and see if we can try to solve it. 2x times 3x gives me 6x squared. All right. 2x times 1 gives me 2x. All right. 3 times 3x gives me 9x. 3 times 1 gives me 3. So that makes sense now. Now we have, if you see right here, 6x squared. Then you got 2x plus 9x, 11x plus 3. Wow. So we solved it. Sometimes you have to jiggle around a little bit to get the right answer. So then I have 2 answers. 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. So I can say 2x is equal to minus 3. X is equal to minus 3 over 2. That's my one answer for this right here. And then for this right here, the answer is going to be 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. So 3x is equal to negative 1. X is equal to negative 1 over 3. So there you go. The answer is in fractions, which is fine. This right here is an answer, and this right here is an answer. If you plug these values into this equation right here, you should get 0, and you will get 0. But go ahead and test it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm just trying to get you ready, revise fractions, factorizations before we dive into calculus and solve integration problems using partial fraction. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.